Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the newest episode of the Shenanigamers Podcast. I am your host for this week. My name is Cody. And joining me, we got Frankie Tinky. We got Mr. Phil McPhilly joining us on the first episode, or his first episode. Then we got Mr. Mac Attack. Mark. And then we got Mr. Fun Fact himself, Felix, the Bodog. How are you guys doing today?
How did I know you were going to do some shit like that? As soon as I heard Frankie Tinky, I'm like, he's addressing us as goddamn freaking Teletubbies right now.
Also, we got to make it fun.
One fun fact in a podcast so far.
Yeah, but it's your thing now.
And I mean, they're called Felix Fun Facts for a reason.
Did you introduce yourself?
Oh, no, I didn't. Hi, I'm Cody.
Oh, my God.
So I wanted to start off today's podcast by asking you guys, what is a game that you had zero or a little to no expectation for, but you ended up really liking it, or you were even blown away by it? I'll give you guys a little time to think. My game is Control. Came out 2018, 2019. I think it was 2019. I'm not super sure on that. But I saw a review on it and got an 8, and I was like, I need something to play right now. I'm going to play it. And it ended up being my favorite game of that year. I think some people gave it like a 10 or whatever, but a lot of people I saw were giving it 8s. They were giving it good reviews. And I went in expecting nothing, and I got a really good experience out of it. My favorite part was getting the flying ability. Just got to fly and throw shit at people. It was awesome.
So what would you rate it then?
I'd say it's like a 9 out of 10 game for me. I want to play the DLC, but the thing is that there's a whole controversy where they released like the Ultimate Edition for the next gen, and the DLC is available, but they're locking the 4K and the 60 FPS in the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, they're locking the next gen versions.
Yeah,
so you have to like.
So I have to buy it again.
Full game.
You'll have to buy the Ultimate Edition if you want to get the next gen upgrades.
Yeah, so I would have to pay for it again, pretty much.
Oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. But it's like, I want to play the DLC, but I want to play it the best it can be. But I also don't want to spend that much money. So I hope it's on Game Pass right now, but I hope the Ultimate Edition goes on Game Pass at some point.
Yeah, can only hope.
Yeah, so games that are pretty much I was blown by was Batman, because, I barely started playing, DC games. Just intervene. Which Batman game was it? Like, it was Arkham Asylum. It
was
like Arkham Asylum when Arkham City was about to be released.
Oh, okay.
And
So you were late.
Yeah, I came in late, like super late.
Okay.
Because I saw Arkham City, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna play Arkham Asylum first and see how that goes. And then I'm like, okay, this is getting interesting. And then went from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, and then I think it was about last year I started to do Arkham Knight because it was free on the Game Pass. So,
did you play Arkham Origins?
No, I did not. Oh wait, yes, I did.
Oh.
And that was like 3 years ago.
So, okay.
So yeah, I got into that Arkham games.
It probably has like some of the best like combat gameplay mechanics that I've seen in like a
the gameplay
superhero game.
Is just top notch. It's the best.
Yeah.
And everyone copied the same fighting style.
Yeah. And I think they did in the Spider-Man game.
They did in the Spider-Man game.
They've done it in a bunch of Spider-Man games.
The Mordor games.
Yeah.
That's copied it as well.
Yeah.
So you want to go?
Yeah, I'll go. I think a game that I wasn't really like blown away by, like by its first impressions, like when I first saw it, was probably like the original Borderlands game, just because like at that point I was playing like Gears, Call of Duty, Halo, and then I see this like, what's the art style called? Soft shell?
Cell shading.
Oh, shell shading. I saw that and I wasn't very impressed. And then like, I don't know why, but like I just had a copy just there and I started playing it, and then I was actually like pretty blown away like how different it was compared to like Halo, Call of Duty, or like Gears or something. But yeah, it was awesome, and now I have all of them and I play them.
Borderlands, I would say, is one that surprised me as well. Because I never really looked interested in it until I went to GameStop. I was like, it's $5. You know, it's used. I'll buy it.
Yeah, I remember you texting me about it.
Yeah, I was like, this game's fun. And I was telling Cody, and then I got Cody and went through like an all-night session one time. Me and Cody were playing Borderlands. We were playing up till like fucking 8 in the morning.
Yeah.
And it was funny because we were both falling asleep. Like we would be shooting, and all of a sudden I'd fall asleep, and Cody's like, "Hey, wake up!" Oh yeah. And then Cody falls asleep, and I'm like, "Hey, Cody, wake up!" Okay, he's like, "Yeah." And then I fall asleep. We just did that for like an hour, and we're like, "Babe, we should go to bed."
Yeah, and then we went to bed, and I remember I woke up like just a couple hours later, and I just sat there in Felix's room, and then his mom walked in. And he was like, "Is Felix?" Or she was like, "Is Felix awake?" And I was like, "I don't think so." And then she like told me to wake you up, and I was like, I feel weird about waking you up. I'm the guest.
She's all, wake him up for me.
Yeah,
do me a favor.
Video games.
She was like, what time did you guys go to bed? And I was like, I don't know.
That's when you know you stayed up too late. When you wake up the next day and you're like, well, what day is it?
Yeah.
What time is it? Someone asks you, what time did you go to bed last night? You're like, I don't know. I have no idea.
And another game, I think the biggest one right now that surprised me was Dark Souls 3. Because I never really cared much about it. Not much about it.
Yeah, no, I'm on the same boat.
And then Phil over there was like, "Hey Felix, play Dark Souls. I think you'll like it." And I was like, "All right, whatever. It's on sale. I'll buy it. I'll give it a try." We played it, and I was like, "It's kind of fun." And we played through again. I was like, "I like this game." And now I'm playing through again. I'm like, "This game's fun."
You're like,
I told you
3 stages.
It's a
3 stages.
It's a challenge game. You don't get that. It's not a hard game. Everybody's like, Dark Souls is hard. I'm like, it's not that hard. It's just
timing.
The hardest part about it is patience.
It can be hard for new people.
But the hardest part is just patience. You got to have the patience. You need to watch the enemy learn its attacks.
Yeah.
And then that's it. That's the hardest part about it.
Yeah.
You know who I want to play? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But real quick, while we're on Dark Souls, you know who I really want to play Dark Souls? Jenna. Yeah.
So do I.
Yeah. Right.
So
Right.
do
That
I.
would be so
You guys
fun
should
just to
stream it.
watch. That's what I want her to do, but
Yeah.
she's not up to it right now. She's still getting her bearings. I mean, we're all like 20 plus years in gaming. Jenna's like fresh. So.
Yeah, I was listening to this video, and this guy who was saying that all the From Software games are about different aspects of like gaming and like controls and everything. They said Dark Souls is always about patience. They said Sekiro is about reflexes, and then Bloodborne is about like I forgot what he said, but basically you have to it's about initiative.
From what
You have
I've
to make
seen,
the first
Bloodborne,
move.
you always have to be on attacking. Bloodborne's more about you're always supposed to be aggressive.
You have to be aggressive, yeah.
It's a lot more faster than Dark Souls. And Sekiro, for me, it seems like those more reflexive because the parrying in that game
Very tiny window.
is required.
And then there's like an Elden Ring leak that happened a couple days ago, and they were like, I wonder what this one's going to be about. Who knows?
I guess we'll see.
I would play it. It looks fun.
Yeah, did you see the trailer, the
Yeah,
leak
I saw
stuff?
it.
What did you think about it?
I think it was alright. I still probably need to see more, but
Yeah, it looks like
It was
open
fun.
world.
yeah.
So like an open world Dark Souls? Is
Pretty
it like
much.
medieval
The
theme
gameplay
still?
looked exactly like Dark Souls.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Literally,
it's
kinda
more
like-
fantasy based because George R. R. Martin's doing the lore for it, and his biggest influence is The Lord of the Rings. That's his favorite story of all time. And Elden Ring kind of sounds like
See,
Lord
when
of the
I
Rings.
saw like the leaks, I was like, "Oh, is this a Lord of the Rings game?" I didn't really look in too much to it because I was like, "Oh, this is just leaks," you know?
Yeah, it's like 7 seconds.
Yeah, exactly. So I was like, "Oh, maybe it's a Lord of the Rings game" because I heard Elden Ring, and I was like, my first thought was Lord of the Rings, you know?
Now you're just gonna rip off Lord of the Rings some more.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys remember, but remember I told you guys about that? If they did a Dark Souls but like an open world, you just go roam around in dungeons and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they have the horse.
Is
Yeah,
this
well,
one
yeah.
gonna be like co-op, or is it gonna be like how Dark Souls is, where you kind of have to put your summon sign down, or is it just like you can?
I hope not.
join up
I
and
want
play.
like drop in, drop out co-op. You just send an invite over Xbox or
Yeah.
something, and then you can join.
That would be great.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Because the science stuff is like, I mean, it's, at least you get to play it together, you know, Dark Souls. But it's just like,
Well, the drawback from playing together in Dark Souls is that you're open to invasions more.
which is fun. Although I got invaded like the most out of any playthrough. Out of any playthrough I've ever done in Dark Souls, in the third and second one, I've been invaded like the most in a single like campaign walkthrough.
Out of the playthroughs that I went with Felix and Cody, you got invaded the most.
Yeah. In one part, I got invaded by 3 separate people.
At once, it was hilarious.
I was like, oh, and then me and Felix were the last one standing, and Felix was like, die with honor.
Not only were they 3 separate people, they were all like PvP focused
Yeah.
invaders. Like,
Oh
they were
my
just
god.
Sweaty
aiming.
bum bums.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no, that was super sweat.
Yeah.
And I
Like,
told Mark it was hilarious. I was like, oh yeah, we got the profane capital for the first time with Mark. I was like, this is where Cody got invaded for the second time ever. He's like, you kidding me? Cody got invaded twice, and this was here. I was like, yeah.
Out of
And
all
the funny thing
places.
too, it was some like nerd or some, you know, it was just some guy who sucks. So we just beat the crap out of him. And Mark's like, God damn. And he's like, oh look at that, I'm being invaded. I was
yeah.
like,
Right after he says that, I get invaded.
you
And
guys
then
were talking about
yeah.
it. Cody's
I literally
second
had to
invaded.
summon Phil and Felix back like 6 times.
That's awesome.
But this guy wouldn't die. He was so close. He had like infinite Estus or whatever. I was like, die. And then 2 more of them showed up. I was like, oh no. And then Felix was even like, no, we're not going to kill these guys.
Mhm.
We haven't even killed the first
That was the
one.
time when he got invaded by 3 people that we were all alive. We were already dealing with the first
One,
one.
and
And
then we had to worry about
came at
2.
once, and we had to retreated back into the little cellar place. And Phil's like, all right, this is getting annoying. And Phil just ran at him and died. I'm like, well, Mark, it's just the 2 of us.
Yeah.
Fight. Warrior death.
Yeah, warrior death.
Spartan honor. Fight,
Yeah.
Mark. Fight.
What made it worse is that we had to put the dry fingers on because you could only summon one of us,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just so bad.
But I had fun.
Oh, it was fun. It was fun.
We spent an hour and a half wasting our time with sweaties, but it was still fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Phil, do you have a game?
Surprisingly, Outriders.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
That says a lot, everybody, because Phil's very picky with his games.
Yeah,
Mhm. I'll let you talk, but I'm just want to put it out there. I'm very lukewarm on Outriders. I don't really care for it too much. Go
Oh,
ahead,
no.
Phil.
like I had fun, and especially the class that I'm playing, the Technomancer. It felt like I was playing Division
Mm-hmm.
because you throw the
Oh,
friggin- I throw the freaking turret and the
you do like a missile barrage
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yours is
Your abilities are
overpowered.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of Outriders,
Yeah, what do you guys think of Outriders?
Felix?
I actually really enjoyed the demo. I'm kind of looking forward to getting
Yeah.
the main game and playing it.
So did I.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the class that I'm playing, like that, it's fun for me, and it's hitting those itches and scratches that Anthem and Destiny never quite
Mhm.
could.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how crazy it is. We're just playing the demo, but the skill tree really has me intrigued with how like big it is.
Skill tree was a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
It's huge, and there's like 3 separate branches that you can decide to
There's
go
3
down.
separate
or
branches
you can
and you
mix
can
and
cross
match.
between
Yeah,
It looks like.
yeah. So it looks pretty cool. Because I'm doing the trickster, and it's basically like you get close quarters hit and run character, hunter. If anybody's familiar with like Destiny, but yeah.
Would you say he's like a glass cannon?
I would say all the characters are sort of glass cannons.
Yeah, I'd say the
Yeah.
only exception is like the tank one,
Mm-hmm.
because like even when I was like because in the game, like the more damage you do, the more health you get back.
Because the way the game works is that
Yeah.
you have to use your abilities, and you have to kill somebody with your abilities or damage, or kill people after while they're still affected by your abilities, and that's how you get health back.
Mm-hmm.
And the way the game is set up is that the enemies are just relentless.
Yeah, like we
Mhm.
went one difficulty tier up, like tier
Mhm.
5, and it just turned in like 2
Oh my
levels
God.
higher than what we were.
Oh
We were
my
all
God.
level 7, and it was level 9.
No,
and-
me and you were level 7.
Oh.
Phil was level 6, and we were like, yeah, we got the final world tier we can get in the demo.
yeah,
Let's do it. And we went and did the mission, the
Oh
side
my
mission.
God.
I think it was the main mission, actually.
yeah. So I think
No,
it
it was
was.
a side mission.
Oh, yeah, it was a side
And we
mission.
went and
Yeah,
did it, and
we died like
we
3
did
times.
we did the first part of the mission fine, and the second part was like, holy crap.
Yeah,
We're like, Phil, shoot the guy. Mark's dead. Oh my God, run away,
Yeah.
run away.
Fire tornado! Fire
we,
tornado!
we tried like 4 times, and we just couldn't. We're like, oh,
Yeah,
let's turn
'cause-
the world tier down for a second.
yeah, because there was this one like like enemy type that would like summon a fire tornado, and it would go through like the barriers that you would take cover behind, and it was just impossible
The
to
fire
like.
tornado would follow you around, and
Yeah.
you could barely run away. It was hard.
We got pushed back to the very beginning of the freaking area.
Mission area, yeah.
Every time we
crazy.
tried to damage the fire tornado guy, he would heal back, and we're like,
There's no way. So we had to lower the difficulty, and then it wasn't easy, but it was a lot easier. It was doable.
It was doable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played as the tank with all the rocks and stuff, and I wasn't having whole lot of fun because we only played like 3 missions, and I started to have fun once I got the third ability, where I just like go up in the air, target someone, land next to them, and just pummel them with my rock fist or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. So I'm interested to see where it goes. But from what I played, it just seemed, I like the combat's fine for me. I think it could be a little tighter. And I think that overall, like the animations and the story kind of seem a little janky to me. But it's just my opinion.
Yeah.
Frank, what do you think about it?
Well, I haven't played the game yet, but
But from what you've
but
seen,
from what I've seen, it seems like a really good game so far. I know you got from hearing from you guys that it seems really interesting. But question for you guys: do you think it would be, even though this is the demo, do you think it'll be successful later on?
I mean, as far as they're going with their like pre-launch thing, like most game developers or studios now, they put like a paywall for you to try the game, so you have to pre-order it in order to try the beta or something. I know that's most games. This one's like, here, hey, try the free demo that has no expiration date, and if you want to carry over your progress, you can, and if you don't want the game, no big deal.
yeah, see, that's really cool. And
Yeah.
I've seen that People Can Fly, the developers, they said that it's not going to be a live service in terms of like microtransactions. Like, I'm pretty sure they'll come out with DLC or raids or something, but they're like, right now it's just a strictly co-op game.
Yeah. And I know like there's no like special editions for the game either. There's no like deluxe gold ultimate. There's like one pre-order and it comes with like a starter pack or something.
Yeah,
like
I think
that.
there's like a collector's edition or something, but that's extra. That's for people who want like the statue.
Yeah. And that's fine. That's what it used to be. Like when you pre-ordered a game, you'd get the season pass, you'd get everything that came with it. Now it's just like you pre-order it and you can get 25% of a game.
Well, in terms of how they run the demo, I really like, because most game studios and game companies now, when they release a beta, it's not really a beta, it's just a demo, because the game comes out like a week or two after the beta. And it's just like, and you had to pre-order it to get access, and it's just like, well, why?
Yeah.
But this is actually like a demo. You don't have to pre-order the game. And I like that. I don't think enough game companies do it anymore, because the term beta it's not really used as a beta test at all. It's just, yeah, this is the early demo of the game, or the demo version of the final game. There you go.
Yeah,
Instead of it being a beta.
I remember when Fallout 76 came out, they were like, hey, this is the full game. We're just going to give you like 2-3 hours to play it.
And they called it a beta.
They called it a beta. They were like, break it early, whatever. Something, test.
When I'm used to betas back in the day, like 10 years ago, like when Halo Reach, remember that was really a beta?
Yeah.
That's
And it was awesome.
It was awesome. Like all these games back then, those were the real betas. But like nowadays, it's just, oh, you guys can play it for 3 days, and then it'll come out the next month or so.
See, that's the thing Anthem did. They had the beta for like, I think it was like 2 weeks before the game came out.
Yeah, the game,
And it was
if you have a
horrible.
beta, it should be a couple months before. But like I was saying with Fallout 76, they were like, here's the full game. You get like 2-3 hours in it. And I played it. I didn't like it, so I was like, I'm not going to get this game. And then look what happened.
Yeah. And I think that's why I'm like more open to getting Outriders, because I feel like the developers of this game is like, it doesn't feel like they're just after like the money in my pocket. It feels like they're actually trying to make.
They want to make a game.
They want to make a game, like a looter shooter that's actually like good.
They want to get a player base.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like,
Because the most direct comparison for this game, I feel like, is Destiny. In
Yeah.
Destiny beta, I played the hell out of Destiny beta.
yeah.
For the first Destiny, I loved it. I was like, oh my god, that they're gonna, they're probably gonna fix some of the things, change it. And the Destiny came out. I was like, oh, Destiny came out again. I was like, I don't like Destiny.
Yeah.
Don't like it. Still don't like Destiny 2. Don't play it at all.
Dude, Destiny 2 right now, I feel like is slowly getting to what it was supposed to be.
I don't feel like it's anywhere near.
I still think that they should just, once their planned DLCs come out, they need to revitalize Destiny, because I don't think
Again?
it's... Yeah, because the way that it's structured, I don't think is... Like, I don't think it'll survive another, like, couple of years, because if you think about it, like, we were talking about, Felix, their map design is literally just a couple open spaces with corridors in between them.
Small, tiny open spaces with just a 5-second loading corridor. Because there's a little loading screen in the middle of the corridor that loads the next area.
Yeah, and then like their like campaigns are always kind of weak. The only one that I actually enjoyed was the vanilla Destiny 2 campaign, and even then it kind of felt basic.
It was a good campaign. The Forsaken campaign was better.
I think the best campaign that Destiny's had is, in my opinion, Taken King.
Taken King. Yeah.
Just because like orcs came in, and I don't know, it was just
King
because
was also just all right. The base game, the vanilla sucks, so we're gonna basically remake the game. Here you go. Now it's like, this is Destiny. It's like the first Destiny. Now this is Taken King. That's Destiny.
I love the Taken King. That'll always be my favorite DLC to date.
Oh yeah,
Because that's what actually made the game enjoyable to play.
Oh yeah, I'm not denying that fact.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny 1 sucked. All the DLCs that came out for it were booty cheeks, and then Taken King was like the Febreze that came in and like freshened up the game. Yeah, exactly. And then they were going in the right direction. Then the Rise of Iron came out, and I was like, this is really weak.
Yeah, that one sucked too.
And then everybody was like, yeah, that means Destiny 2 is going to be awesome. It's going to be like Taken King .2. And then
Destiny
it came out.
just redid a Destiny 1.
Oh,
they didn't learn anything.
I just think that they should restructure for the next Destiny game if they make
completely
another one.
Revitalize it.
Yeah, because it's like the gameplay, like the first-person shooting gameplay, I think is really good for what it is. But everything else is kind of weak. Like the loading screen is you flying a ship. I want to fly a ship. We're in the next gen. We can do that. There's games out there like Everspace 2, Elite Dangerous, Star Squadrons. You could fly your ship.
Yeah.
That's all I want to do.
They did it in like an old Ratchet and Clank game too on the PS2, where you were able to like go into orbit and like fly to different destinations and whatnot.
Yeah, and it's like you could hide your loading screens while you're leaving the atmosphere of a planet. If you need loading
Or
screens.
just have the transition from planet to orbit be the loading screen. And then you can just fly around wherever you want.
And then I think they should have a couple open world environments, not just open spaces and corridors. Like a full-on open world per planet.
Yeah.
Actual good mission design structure. I don't know.
Yeah, the
Pipe
problem
dream.
for me with Destiny is that it's just not fun. The gameplay, it sucks. Yeah, the shooting's fine, but the enemies you're shooting aren't. The AI in Destiny sucks. Every enemy you fight is just trash.
Mm-hmm.
The abilities make it so you're never in danger, especially with the supers. And the only way they add difficulty into the game is by giving the enemies extra health. Just make the health bar bigger, and there you go. Then you're just shooting an enemy for a while, just a boring enemy. And again, there's nothing to do in Destiny.
I will attest to that. Once you do like the weekly refresh stuff, I mean, for me, there really isn't much to do.
Yeah, unless you're like crazy about
And you have
building
3
your
characters.
character.
See,
and
and that's
stuff
another
like that.
thing too that they should do in the third one if they ever do it. It's like make your supers more like customizable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I think they tried that with the
Stasis.
Stasis one, right?
Yeah, but it's not like there.
No.
It's not like Outriders where you can change every
And
little
Outriders, it looks
thing.
like you can actually change around,
Yeah.
how you want to build your character.
Yeah, see, I like that because I don't want to have like, say we all pick the same character or something. I don't want us to have the same abilities, but if we still want to play the same character with like different skills and abilities, but you still have like the same elemental or tank like qualities, I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because in Outriders, that's what it looks like their class system is doing. It's because you got your abilities, you can choose what abilities you want to have on your character, but then your overall skills and everything, you can change, you can upgrade. So that's why not every pyromancer guy will be the same, unlike in Destiny, because every Voidwalker is exactly the same.
And another thing I noticed too that Outriders is doing that Destiny isn't. And Destiny has like the exotics that can do something for your super, but like as far like Outriders, like every piece of gear that you get, no matter what tier, it looks like it'll like boost your
There's
class
chance
up
it
a
will
little
have
bit.
like a bonus skill on the piece
Yeah,
of equipment.
like my
that can
pants
boost.
in the game give me an extra charge of like an energy blade thing, and it's only like a blue tier. I'm assuming it's gonna go like white, green, blue, purple, then yellow or gold being like.
Yeah, that's like usually the standard with looter
Yeah.
shooter kind of games.
So I mean, if a blue thing is giving me value, then that's already worth grinding for. Where in Destiny is like once you get to like purple, blue, green, yellow, like you know what I mean. Blues
Mhm.
and anything below are just non-essential.
And that's another thing I like about Outriders too, is that it looks like it's a co-op campaign type game, which I'm looking forward to, which means that there could be replayability, because I think that's a problem Destiny has, because the only thing you can do in Destiny is just replay the same 2 activities over again.
Yeah, like Strikes, Crucible, Gambit.
Because once you do the
Yeah.
campaign, there's no way to replay the campaign.
Yeah.
That was the
Um,
most fun I had in the game. And
I think-
Just delete your character.
Oh no, that's a nightmare. I did it like twice and I regret it.
how they're sunsetting everything, it's basically pointless.
Oh no,
You know,
they're not
worth it.
sunsetting
Not
anything
anymore,
anymore.
because everybody hated it. It was pointless.
Yeah.
I thought they sunsetted everything and then they brought it all back in.
Yeah, so like none of the guns that they sunsetted in the past is sunsetted anymore.
Oh, really?
So all the overpowered PvP guns are
Nice.
back.
No. The guns that are here for this season and last season are the only ones that are not being sunsetted. All the ones that were way past the other seasons, they're not coming back.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
so it's still testing.
So
Yeah,
like
that's pointless.
Mountaintop and other ones are
Mm.
not.
Yeah, because that's one of the pointless. That's another reason I don't play Destiny, because there's no point. Because once you get a piece of loot or a piece of gear, you're like, all right, well, it's gonna be worthless in 3 months. Why?
They're
Yeah.
trying to change that too.
So
All right. Next, Phil, I want to ask you about this Pokemon showcase that they had. What do you think of all the Pokemon games that they announced? They announced Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake, and they announced what was it? Pokemon Legends Arceus,
Mm.
and then they also showed a little bit of Pokemon Snap. What do you think?
I liked it. I think it was good. Of course, a lot of people don't like the chibis, but
I don't.
I did not look.
Yeah, I don't like
look,
it either.
I'm not a big Pokemon guy. I've never been, except for like the first 3 generations. That's when I played Pokemon,
Same here.
and I stopped after. And now I'm seeing this Diamond and Pearl remake. I'm like, it still looks like a DS game.
But
Why?
I mean, like, if you look at like the old version of the DS, the characters were chibi in there too. You just couldn't tell because it was.
Okay, but to argue that was back then when
That
it was
also because
acceptable.
it was a tiny
And this
screen.
is
It was a
new.
little sprite.
I
Like
mean,
we've seen Breath of the Wild, we've seen like all these other, we've seen Doom Eternal on Switch.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, give us something.
I mean, I got the Link's Awakening remake on
Mm.
Switch, and it was like a little diorama kind of art style, and I felt like it looked really nice. And seeing the Diamond and Pearl remake trailer, I was like, it looks like they're trying to copy Link's Awakening a little bit, but at the same time make it like a little more chibi-like, and I'm just like, it just feels weird. Feels off to me. I don't really like it.
You know, it's funny too because I did see a meme of like the art comparison. So like you were talking about Diamond and Pearl with the chibi with Link's Awakening, with Pokemon Legends, it was like the same thing with Breath of the Wild. So it was like a side comparison.
Yeah.
See, in my opinion, I love Diamond and Pearl, but it's just like I kind of wish they like. I think Cody had mentioned it too. They went the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire route, where they just same region, but like just new story and like revamped like.
Yeah,
An
and
actual
it's
remake.
the Game Freak isn't making it though. It's a different studio. I forgot what their name
Oh.
is, but it's a different studio. But Junichi Masuda is still like in charge of it, so that's probably why. And I think that the more interesting one is Pokemon Legends Arceus, but
Yeah.
I think it's gonna have the same problem as Sword and Shield, where the environments are gonna be very bland. Because if you look at Breath of the Wild, it's a big open space, but it looks pretty. And if you look at Sword and Shield and the trailer for Arceus, it's like, it just looks bland. It looks flat. There's not a whole lot of assets. There's like the patches of tall grass, but other than that, it's like, what else? A couple trees.
I think the Legends of Arceus is coming out later this year, or is it next like 2022?
22.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, it was a trailer. Like I'm more interested in that one too, but I'm on your side with this one. Like, it didn't really like impress me.
Yeah, I like how they're taking risks with Pokemon.
Yeah, it looks more like a RPG.
Yeah, but I
Which
just
we've all been wanting.
I don't know. Like I kind of want it to incorporate more Western RPG elements. I know it's probably like another
Make
pipe
an
dream,
actual game.
but yeah, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, for me, the Legend of Arceus, watching the little trailer they had for it, I'm like, so far to me, it just looks like a bland game. Like you run around an open world and you throw a Pokeball and catch a monster, and that's it.
See, it looks like
That to me is so far what I've seen of the game. I'm like, so far that doesn't look. Is it an open world Pokemon game where it's full Pokemon, where you're gonna be going through and you're gonna be Pokemon fighting somehow with the Pokemon, or is it just to run around the world, and just be with the Pokemon type of game?
Well, it looks like the whole map is kind of like the wild area from Sword and Shield.
No, they say that's just like,
Yeah, it's boring. It's kind of lifeless. I hope that
I don't expect anything from Legends of Arceus.
I hope that they can make the environments more interesting, because I know Pokemon, you can never really interact with the environment other than walking in the tall grass or using an HM or something, but like just make it more pleasing to look at, make it more interesting, kind of like Breath of the Wild.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like, even though, like, I barely play Pokemon, too, like, as a new person that is going to go into Pokemon, like, looking at, Legends, if, like you guys said, it sort of looks kind of dull, but it's just a demo, it's just a teaser. They haven't shown, like, full gameplay later on. Hopefully they show full gameplay and she'll be like, oh, this is how we're going to get people more interested into this game.
Yeah, I hope it blows me away. Honestly, like I if it gets good reviews, I'll try it. But if it's not entertaining me, then I'm not going to finish
Maybe
it.
it'll be in the category what game underwhelmed you at first and then
Yeah.
blew you away later. Maybe it'll slide in there. But yeah, I also think it's like it's too soon to really cast judgment on it. I'm interested, but I'm not like hyped.
Well, right now for me, for both, unless you're, if you never played Pokemon before, you've never been interested, and you look at these trailers, these games, you're not going to be interested. You're not going to want to go out and buy it.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
only
Pokemon,
reason these games are being made is for huge Pokemon players.
yeah, and Pokemon is like a multi-billion-dollar franchise.
Mhm.
They have the money and the resources to where they can make a bomb game,
They don't though.
and they have there's been some leaks and stuff. There's a new Switch with an OLED panel. It's going to be 4K docked and everything. They need to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
If they don't, then it's just wasted potential.
Yeah, I think they're still stuck in that like DS mindset where they're like, we have to make it DS quality
'Cause
game.
They were making the Pokemon games for handhelds for so long that they kind of don't know anything better. So I think it might just be them struggling with getting the better hardware.
Because with Sword and Shield, like I said, they need to stop doing the like what was it? It was Sword and then Shield. There's two separate games. They need to stop doing that. It needs to be one whole game.
Well, this one is one whole game.
Yeah.
It is, but
But they need to stop doing
it's
like
not a mainline game.
Well,
That's
yeah,
the thing,
but if the rumors are to be believed, it's going to be one of Pokemon's newer mainline franchises. Like they're going to alternate between the normal Pokemon, then the Legends series, and then Let's Go. That's the rumor right now, is that they're going to switch between all of those.
they need to ditch Let's Go.
I don't know. I think Let's Go is a good idea for like kids, but they need to flesh it out a little bit more.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
'cause-
to me, it looks to be for kids. It's not going to be for adults who want to
Yeah,
play a Pokemon
because
game.
if you hand a kid a Game Boy and Pokemon Blue, they're going to be like, what the hell is this garbage? But if you hand them Let's Go, they're going to be like, oh, it kind of looks like Fortnite. It's cartoony. They might play it.
Yeah. They just need to make like a Final Fantasy Pokemon game.
They just need to
Which is-
invest in developing the studio more.
Yeah.
Where you
Because, like,
play
the
as
Sword
the
and Shield,
Pokemon.
they,
Yeah, that'd
Sword
be
and
cool.
Shield looks like it's just a port from a DS game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it did not look like it was purpose built
And
for a
the-
Switch.
and
It
the-
didn't look like, you know,
The controversy with Sword and Shield was that they just used the same sprites
that,
and
was
animations
proven.
and
That was
stuff.
proven.
Yeah, and it's just like that's lazy as heck.
Yeah, and they had DLC.
Yeah.
I'm not buying DLC for that game.
Yeah,
Not only did you have to pay full price for a DS game on a Switch, you didn't have to pay full price for a DLC. Go.
All right, can I get your guys' final thoughts on Pokemon?
Diamond and Pearl. As much as I've been critiquing, I'll probably end up getting one of them anyway. But
Oh, you're a weeb. That's why.
hey,
I always wait for reviews.
I mean, if it's just a straight remake, then that's fine with me. Like, I would love to play it again. But in terms of Arceus Legends Pokemon game, like, I need to see more.
So my opinion, like if me playing the new, well, I haven't played Diamond and Pearl, but I would give it a chance for Diamond and Pearl. Play either both of them or one of them. But
It'll pretty much be the same experience.
yeah, pretty much same experience that I never had before. But I'll get to it. But I would say 50-50.
I just want to see more of the world from Pokemon Legends, because right now it's looking kind of bland, super flat to me. So I want to see gameplay, and I always wait for reviews for any kind of game that I play. So I'll wait till the reviews come out and see how it is, decide if I want to get it then.
I think it looks fine. I think the graphics look fine. They just need to touch it up a little bit. That's all. But all in all, I think it's fine. I think people would like it, even though
Are you talking about Arceus or like the Diamond and Pearl remake?
both. I think both look great.
Okay, I just wanted to be clear.
Which one are you more excited for?
Well, of course, Diamond and Pearl remakes.
Even though they have practically the same kind of gameplay, top-down perspective.
Yeah.
All right.
There's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with that.
Well, for me, the Diamond Pearl remake, I'm like, it's not a remake. It's just a remaster. It's going to be exactly the same. So, I'm not interested. I'm not going to get it. The Legend of Arceus is just wait to be seen.
Yeah.
They need to show more what the game is, because so far, no one knows what the hell the game is. It's just, it looks like Breath of the Wild, but who the hell knows? So,
Yeah.
that one just wait to be seen.
Yeah. Well, I touched on it earlier, but there's a new Switch model that's rumored to come out this year. They're going to have an OLED screen at 720p. Docked is like 4K, 60 frames. What do you
Mhm.
guys think about that?
I am waiting to get a Switch, and that's probably the one I'm going to wait for.
So the rumor is right now is that it's going to be an OLED screen at 720p.
Yeah, it's gonna be a
that can then
Samsung
be
OLED
docked,
screen.
and that will then port out 4K to the TV. So I'm like, all right.
Kind of had that mindset, like, it's about time.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
the new hardware definitely would be a boost. But like right now, I have a Switch. I don't play it all that regularly. I only get it like maybe one game a year. So I don't really feel the need to. Plus, Switch to me is like a portable kind of gaming console. So I don't want to ruin an OLED screen if I'm bringing it places. So I think I'm fine with my Switch, even though it might chug in a couple of years with the new games that are coming out.
Mm-hmm. The Switch, I feel like the original Switch, I feel like it's perfectly fine. Mark, the reason he's actually looking into this one, he's like, ooh, that's interesting, is because he bought the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
And now he's like, I just wish I could play it on my TV. I'm like, I told you to get the bigger Switch. And he's like, I want the small one. But yeah, I like having the ability just to have the Switch in the TV and then being able to take it out.
Okay, so at the time when I got the Switch Lite, just to defend myself a little bit, it was before COVID when I was going to the in-person classes, and I was bringing it with me for in-between classes. So that's what I want to say right there. Now that I'm like
You
quarantined
could
at
have done that
home,
with the big Switch too.
yeah, but that's just like a lot more space, and the Switch Lite, in my opinion, was more convenient if I had to bring like textbooks and stuff. So
Yeah. I mean, I almost never play docked, so.
yeah, see, I mean, it's just like.
But
it's
I
just
like
less of
having
a
that
hassle.
option.
Yeah, exactly. Now
Like-
I'm
like
like,
if I-
shit.
Yeah,
I
like
wish I had the option to do it.
if I have you guys over and you guys want to play Smash, then we'll play Smash
Yeah, if
because
I'm
I have
at
the dock.
home and I have the Switch, I'm gonna play on my TV. I don't want to play it on my couch. on the Switch itself. I want to play it on the TV.
But it is nice to like have the Switch Lite and like say if I'm watching like a background noise show, like if I'm watching Hell's Kitchen or something, and I'm like just playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, which is actually I just got and it's pretty fun. See like that too, like
Yeah, most of the time.
I think it's just preference.
Yeah, I usually play Switch when we're in like an Xbox party or something.
You bastard.
And like if you guys are like you've been playing Call of Duty, which I don't have. So it's like if you're playing Call of Duty, I'm not going to be like, hey, you should stop playing Call of Duty, especially when you're playing it with Jenna.
Well, I mean, like I play with Jenna like an hour or two at most.
Yeah, and then so I'm just like, all right, I'm going to chill on my Switch, but I haven't done that in a while.
Mine's just collecting dust right now.
Well, it's better than Angels. Angels, he played for like a week and now it's just lost in his room.
Oh, no.
Wow.
But yeah, mine's just collecting dust. Like every time I see it, I'm like, I'm gonna play a little bit, and then I just put it there to get more dust. And later on, I just don't use the docking. It's just portable and just handheld. Like
Yeah, see, I think it's just preference wise of like you two have the like normal Switch and mostly use the portable functionality on it, right?
Yeah, because I usually when I'm at home, if I want to play a video game, it's going to be an Xbox game more often than not. But I do like having that option to play on my TV. But I have a big TV, and sometimes it just doesn't look good on the TV.
Yeah.
So I'd rather play handheld where it does look better.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just
Final
like that if
thoughts.
you have the option to put it on the TV, there's no reason not to have that option.
Yeah.
It's portable either way. Because
Yeah.
we were talking about this the other night, the new Switch. It's like,
Yeah.
what could it be? I'm like, it's just gonna be the same old Switch. It'll probably just be slightly different,
Mm.
I was saying, I'm expecting it. Before we heard that was gonna be a 4K OLED, I was like, I'm just expecting to make them like a bigger Switch, like a Switch XL,
Yeah.
nothing different.
but what if the newer Switch is like actually like a console without the portable
No.
settings?
It's not going to be.
It's
That's
not-
what we were saying, but like,
But then it wouldn't be a Switch.
Yeah.
yeah, they would kind of like, I don't know, that'd be
It'd be a Nintendo stay.
Yeah, because Mark was like, like, what if it's just a Switch, but it's just a console? There's no portable function. I'm like, well, then it's not a Switch.
It would be
That's a brand new console. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo Home.
Nintendo box.
The Nintendo box.
Yeah.
$10.
They haven't made a home console for a while.
I
Since
mean,
the Wii.
the Switch is technically a home console. You could just
But
take
like
it
a
with you.
stationary one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Like
the Wii
the
U.
last one was the Wii.
The Wii
No, the
U
Wii
was
U
meant
still
to be,
had your
was a proto
portable,
Switch.
though. Yeah.
Yeah,
Nobody
but but you couldn't take it anywhere. You still had to be connected to the console.
Yeah, but
Well-
still, it was a proto Switch. It still had to be there, and it was pointless. Just have a Wii.
You could not use the Wii U gamepad. You could use a regular Wii remote if you really wanted to.
Yeah, and then why get the Wii U in the first place?
Exactly. That's everyone's
That's
problem. That's why I
nobody
never.
has the Wii U.
Because the
Yeah.
Mario Kart
That's why it never
Yeah.
sold.
and the new Smash Bros. Those were the two only reasons why people got the Wii U.
Mm-hmm.
And the Wind Waker HD as well.
Oh yeah, I love the
Oh.
Wind Waker HD. All right, so today, as we were about to record, I saw something on Twitter. It's a new Aliens game, Alien Fireteam.
I'm
They came
excited.
out with 25 minutes of gameplay.
I'm
I
excited.
know we haven't had a chance to watch all of it, but Mark, I know you're really excited for that game. What do you think?
I'm kind of biased because I'm a huge fan of like Alien, Predator, Terminator, like any 80s action movie, sci-fi movie. Like I'm there for it. Like I was excited for Colonial Marines. It was a huge blunder.
I was forced to watch all those movies growing up because my dad
Yeah.
was like, "You sit your ass down and watch the movie." He made me watch Aliens in Spanish one time, just because.
I don't know if I'd be able to take
Oh
that
my
seriously.
God.
And
Donde
I
está
basically
nu?
grew- I basically grew up watching those movies,
Yeah.
Predator, Aliens. I was like, I love them.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. Like even if it's gonna be like a bread and butter like third person shooter,
Mm-hmm.
nothing crazy to it or anything. Like,
Yeah, I noticed that the running animation.
yeah, like
It's
from
very
what I
awkward.
saw, it looked not like anything new.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of wish it was a first person though. I feel like
Kind of.
an alien game needs to be like first person.
But Aliens, Colonial Marines kind of ruined that.
Yeah.
There's Alien Isolation that's first person, but that's more of a survival
That's
horror
not a
game.
shooter. That's a
Yeah.
survival
Well, I mean,
horror.
look at the Alien versus Predator game. When you play as the Colonial Marine, you're you're like first person, and it
I feel
adds
like
that layer
got
of
it
fear.
right when you're the Marine, because you're walking through the ruined colony and you
Yeah.
have your motion detector going toot, 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 making its classic sound.
Yeah.
And you're going through like, there's an alien.
Yeah,
a pulse
and it's
rifle.
just like with third person, you can kind of see like more of the environment. Like you can see behind you.
I feel like that's
without-
the reason they're doing it, because it looks more like a Vermintide type
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just wish it was. The only thing I wish is like first person,
Left 4
because
Dead.
it would just add that layer of like, holy crap, what's behind me? Like, oh crap, like flashlights would be pointing forward, and you can't just turn the camera to look behind you and be like, oh, I'm good, So that's my only critique, but otherwise, I'm pretty excited. Probably gonna end up getting it anyway.
I'm probably getting it.
From the trailer, it looked like the only light that you really get is from your gun going off and
From
from
your
the
flashlight.
flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Well,
like
that's how the
not a
movie
whole lot
was.
of other light.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I mean, it's still probably going to be a little creepy. I don't know if it's going to be scary, but it's going to be creepy.
I think it'd be fun to play.
Yeah, it's like a little popcorn game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like too is like 3 people only.
Yeah.
Why is that such a
trope
staple
that needs to
now?
stop.
Apex Legends.
No,
No,
They
Destiny,
did it.
Destiny started it,
started it.
and now it's like a staple in every single. Even Outriders has it.
No, but the
Mhm.
thing is that yeah, Destiny did it, but they were the only game to do it. And then Apex did it, and then it kind of caught on. It became
it
a
caught
trend
on with
after
Destiny.
Apex. Because no other game was really doing it before Destiny, and no other game was doing it between Destiny and Apex. It was just those two, and then everyone else started doing it.
No, that's true.
Looks like we're gonna take turns playing that game.
Shoot. Well, I don't know if Phil's gonna get it. Phil, what are you excited for an Aliens game?
Maybe if it's like what you said, Colonial Marines, probably not.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say probably I am. I was
So
like,
that's a no.
because me and Phil, we like went to Redbox and tried playing it because we rented it. Because I was like, I don't know if I
Mhm.
want to buy it, and then we like put the disc in, and we were like, what the hell is this game? It was like a kindergartner just went in there and made like a collage of like alien scenes.
It was so bad.
It was
Just a
so bad.
one letter typo destroyed the aliens AI. It made the game horrible.
Oh God.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm getting it. Just imagine if there's a Predator cameo in it.
That'd be awesome.
Like an end credit scene, like
Just
Predator.
imagine.
Oh,
That'd be awesome.
we need an Alien versus
If
Predator
there's like
game.
an unlock mode that they added on later where it's predators hunting the aliens, trying to survive the alien hive.
See, that would be a fun
That
game
would be
too.
cool.
Like
Yeah.
3. See, that makes more sense because in the movies where it's Alien versus Predator, it's always except for Requiem. In the first AVP, it was always 3.
It was the 3. They sent the
Yeah.
3 younglings. What are they called? New Bloods.
Yeah,
To go hunt the aliens.
yeah,
So
that'd be a
cool.
fun game too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to play it just because I like the Left 4 Dead kind of style, like Vermintide. That was a really awesome game.
The
Mm.
horde shooter.
Yeah, and I'm really looking forward to Back 4 Blood too.
Yeah.
So I would definitely give it a shot.
Because me and you, Cody, had a whole lot of fun in Vermintide playing
Oh,
Vermintide.
yeah.
And I'm actually looking forward to the new Warhammer 40k Vermintide.
Yeah, the Dark Tide.
Tides. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that one looks cool. It's more of like a space kind of.
Yeah, well, it's their
Vermintide.
40k franchise.
What about you, Frank? You thinking about getting that sweet Alien game?
Oh yeah, that's sweet alien game. But I'm just finding the key concepts like you have to go through different aliens and all that. I wonder how many rounds you would have to go until you beat the queen.
See, are they gonna have like
I don't know.
different alien
Yeah,
classes?
they said that
kinda-
there's 20 different alien like styles. I feel like
Ooh.
classes like there's a burster one. I watched
Mhm.
like the first couple of minutes of the gameplay. I didn't watch all of it, but yeah, they were saying that there was like 20 different types.
Again, I'm expecting to be more like a Vermintide Left 4 Dead, or it's going to be a campaign style, where it's going to have missions.
Yeah.
Like you land on the planet and your squad's trying to go through it and to just wipe out the hive. You go and get the
Mhm.
queen, escape. I'm expecting that type of campaign.
That
Yeah.
sounds like fun.
I would like a firefight mode in that kind of game too.
Yeah, like round based.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Like a horde mode from Gears in that, because it's like you have like the marquee value of the alien already.
Mhm.
It's like go crazy with it. It's never a super serious franchise. I mean, it's serious toned.
Well, it's an old franchise. It's hard to
I
get
know.
newer fans into it.
I mean, shoot, Fortnite has the skin for it.
Yeah.
A lot of
So-
people said that really made the alien not scary at all.
Oh,
Oh no! I mean, yeah.
Because he's running around with a little assault rifle.
With assault rifle going.
Yeah.
Dude, if you're like an OG like Alien fan, you're playing like Fortnite and you have the alien skin, you'll laugh because
When
it's
I
just
saw
funny.
it in Fortnite, I looked at it and I did laugh. I was like, oh my god, I'm imagining this thing holding a gun,
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
fighting a stormtrooper, Master Chief,
yeah.
the guy in a banana suit, and I'm like, that's funny. That takes the horror out of the xenomorph.
But I'm really hoping this game like just plays to the alien's strengths.
Or
you know?
it works.
Yeah, I don't
It-
want
it-
to see
so
an
far
alien.
It looks like it's trying.
Yeah.
It's doing
I hope a xenomorph isn't like clipping into a wall for like 30 minutes.
Yeah, it definitely looks interesting.
Yeah, so I'm excited for it. It's probably one I'm definitely gonna get.
Mm-hmm.
Now we just
Yeah.
need Double Dash too.
Mm-hmm. And a new Aliens movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually,
The Predator.
Predator movie is actually being developed right now
Yeah,
too.
there's a lot of movies coming out
There
right
is
now.
rumors
Especially,
of a new Predator movie being worked on right now, as well as a new, what did you say, AVP?
Yeah, there's a rumor going around that a new AVP is coming
That'd be
Looking
cool.
forward to it.
because
Yeah.
they want to do their like cinematic universe where it's Alien and
Hopefully
Predator.
they get rid of the god awful 2018 Predator movie.
Yeah, hopefully they're all
Retcon
on
it.
HBO Max.
Retcon it. They just
Yeah.
need to get rid of that
That movie was
ugly
horrible.
stain. Oh my god. We can get into that one for hours, but oh
Yeah.
man, that
We
was
talked about it before for hours.
and I still have harsh feelings for
Mhm.
that movie, especially when one of the director was in the original
In
one.
the original, he screwed it up so bad.
Yeah. Well, this month is really stacked with movies too.
I know.
Yeah, I call it.
Oh boy.
One that we're
Oh
waiting
boy.
for.
I'm excited for it. I've been
Starting
waiting
off
for this movie.
Justice League watch party first, though.
Oh
Justice
yeah, I
League
know.
Justice
Yeah,
League coming
that's
out in
a
Snyder
4-hour
cut?
movie.
Oh,
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward
Oh,
to
okay. So
4
funny story. I already told this one to Felix and Phil, but I was like with my girlfriend Jenna. I was like, "Oh yeah, you should come to the watch party. What we're gonna do for the Justice League? It's
Mhm.
gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun. You know, everybody's gonna be there." And I think it lands actually on a Thursday too.
18th.
Yeah. So it'd be right before our podcast or something. We could do our
Yeah.
reviews right after. It might be a later podcast, or you know.
Or like a special podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was telling her about like the movie and everything. She was like sold on it, and I was like, "Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. 4 hours." And then she's like, "Wait, the movie's 4 hours?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she's like, "Oh, never mind then." She's like, "I'm not gonna sit through 4 hours." I'm like, "Oh
Has she seen Lord of the Rings before?
no."
No.
Oh, you guys
Oh,
need to
no.
watch
The
it.
the longest trilogy kind of films that she's seen is the Star Wars ones.
Those aren't even long though.
No, but like as far as like a trilogy like
Like a
story,
series of movies.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, Godzilla. Obviously, I'm taking her through like the old Godzilla
But like a
movies.
single movie, she has never seen one that's 3+ hours, 4 hours.
She saw Endgame and Avatar.
Titanic.
Avatar is not that long. Avatar is just over 2 hours.
2 hours.
It's pretty long.
I wouldn't call
if
it
you're
long.
if you're like not into like movies, it's pretty long.
It's more on the longer end of more theatric movies. But I wouldn't call it long.
I would say a longer movie for me is like 3 hours.
That would be a long
Tops.
movie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like Lord of the Rings, especially the extended editions.
Oh jeez.
4-hour movies.
Because Lord of the Rings, when they came out in theaters, they had to take a break like it was a play. Because people weren't
Yeah.
used to watching a movie for 4 hours.
Intermission.
They had to.
Damn.
They had to do it. I remember going to see Return of the King in theaters, and we had to stop halfway through, and it was like, okay, we're taking a break. I was all, oh.
Now they don't give
That's
a
easy.
damn. Now they're like, you better sit through that movie. You're gonna miss everything.
hmm
Well, what other movie has come out that's been 4 hours since Lord of the Rings?
4 hours. I think
there's
Endgame
probably
is
some
pretty
indie
close.
film out there that's like 5 hours long.
I know Avengers Endgame is not 4 hours, but it's close. And the last one that I can think of off the top of my head is Transformers: Age of Extinction. That one clocks in about like 4 hours, but
Really?
it's
Age
a
of
rough.
Extinction is not
Ooh.
4 hours.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not, is it?
Yeah.
Age of Extinction.
I'm pretty sure that it's
Really?
4 hours. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I don't remember it being that long.
Look it up.
Pretty sure.
I'm looking it up.
He's looking it up right now as we speak.
Google.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure it's 4 hours. Or maybe like 3.5 or something like
2
that.
hours, 45 minutes, see? Not
Oh,
4
really?
hours. Yeah.
Why is
I
it-
told you, it was
wow,
nowhere near
I'm
as
way
long.
off.
It was
I'm
a long
sorry.
movie.
Maybe it's just
Yeah,
such
it
a
was not 4
slog that
hours.
you were like,
Yeah,
oh, I
probably.
don't wanna
Because
watch
that
this
movie was
anymore.
rough. Even for like an OG Transformers fan,
Yeah.
that movie was rough.
It's like the kind of
All the
movie where
Bay
you
films.
look down at your phone, you're like, or you look at the time, you're like, there's still an hour left in this movie. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
the first Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring, was 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah, it's long. I love it though.
Was that theatric or extended? Because the
I think
extended
that's
movie
extended.
is all,
Frank, you messed up.
I think
cut
that's the
4 hours.
I think that's the theatrical.
No,
Yeah.
I think theatrics like 325.
Because the Fellowship is the shortest of them all.
Mm-hmm.
So out of all the March releases, which ones are you guys most excited for?
Frank, didn't you have a name for it?
Oh yes, I call it March Movie Madness. That's what I call it.
Oh,
So you know,
Copying the NBA.
yeah, but you know, NBA's not playing right
Yeah,
now.
right.
Well,
Sucks to watch
college
that.
games, but you know, the one we've been waiting for is Godzilla vs Kong.
Yes.
oh yeah.
Yep.
So they
Ooh.
did do a lot of teasing.
Hey, no
recent-
spoilers here.
No spoilers. They did show some pictures.
Godzilla dies.
and then
Shut up.
and
Shut your
then-
mouth.
And I guess there was a world trailer that they did show some scenes that explain some stuff that
Okay.
that
Just trying to keep you out of the
I know,
spoiler
I'm trying to make
territory.
this. I'm trying to make this spoiler free, but you know, like they show you some stuff and how it got to point A to point B, and so on. So, but yeah, I'm excited for that. It's getting there. I know Mark's really excited.
Oh yeah, this is like when Avengers Endgame came out, like back in what was it, 2019, right? That's when it came out, Avengers Endgame,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and Godzilla King of the Monsters was gonna come out like right before it. I think it was like July it came out or something like that. I was more excited for that than Endgame.
Oh yeah, when the trailer came out in July, like we were just like anticipating like it would be until like May, so like from July of 2018 to like May of 2019.
Yeah,
It was just like anticipating like, come on, this better be worth it for waiting for so long.
I know because the Godzilla vs Kong movie's been delayed like twice, and it was supposed to come out I think the original plan for it was 2019 November, and then it was pushed back to 2020 May, and then it was pushed back to 2020 November, and now it's finally coming out 2021 of March, and then it even got pushed back twice in March.
Yeah, and I did see they did tease the runtime, so it is going to be equivalent to King of the Monsters.
Yeah, I saw it's the shortest film in the MonsterVerse thing right now. It's like I think the official runtime for it is 1 hour and 53 minutes.
Yeah, and then they gave Kong Skull Island like the longest monster.
Yeah, it's like
movie.
2.5 hours or something like that.
Something around there.
I was hoping because there was like a fake runtime for it. It was like 2 hours and 50 minutes, and I was like, oh yeah, I
You
could
could
do
easily
that.
watch like 4 hours of that.
Oh, I could easily watch. If I really wanted to, I could watch like the classic Godzilla movies. I could watch like all of them. Not in one day because, you know, they're all like 2.5 hours, hour and a half each. But like I could just sit there and watch them all day.
Yeah, for being for an hour and 53-minute movie, they should have lots of action.
Oh, they have to.
They have to show a lot of action because, like with King of the Monsters, they had to show like the human side, like the build up the story, and then
Yeah.
I did not like the human
the
side.
Titans would come out and Godzilla and going with King
Yeah.
Ghidorah and all that. So hopefully it's more of Godzilla and Khan and whoever Titans are out there in
Yeah.
the movie, but I want more action.
Because the director, like during IGN's Fan Fest this year, they did an interview with the director. I can't remember his name. The director of Godzilla vs.
Wow,
Kong.
fake
I don't
fan.
remember the name.
I don't remember his name, but he guaranteed he even used
fan.
he even said Batman v Superman in his interview as like an example. He's like, this movie's not going to be like Batman v Superman, where you have to wonder, even at the end of that movie, like who would win in an actual like like all the powers on the table and everything, like who would win in that fight. He's like, in this movie, there's going to be a definitive winner. Like, so you never have to go, like, because he was saying, like, when he was a kid, he would go to the playground with his friends and they would debate about it for hours.
Well, there's that card game Super Fight where you can do that too.
Well, I mean, like, but now,
Yeah.
like, there's going to be, like, movie proof, like, who would win.
Mm-hmm.
And I swear to God, if that monkey wins, I'm going to be so mad.
The monkey can't win.
There's no way. You can't have a movie where it's King of the Monsters and then, like, have him lose.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, there's a special movie that came out today on Paramount Plus. There's a new SpongeBob movie out.
Oh, God.
It's like SpongeBob on the
Oh,
run.
did anybody here actually watch
Yeah,
the
SpongeBob
Tom
on
and
the
Jerry movie?
No.
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 Is it out already?
Yeah.
Yeah, it came
Oh.
out like 2-3 days ago.
Oh, I need to watch it
I
then.
seen it for like
I wanna
5
watch it.
minutes, and I was just like, done.
Did you turn it off?
Yes, I was
Yeah.
cringed. Like all the animals were just CGI, just
Well, yeah.
CG. But it was just like,
Wait, like Tom and Jerry were CG?
well, like they're animated, so
Well, yeah, I mean, kind of like I was gonna
Yeah,
say,
it's like
like
Space Jam.
yeah,
yeah.
but not good.
Really? Did you watch it?
I couldn't bring myself to watch it, and I read
Oh.
some reviews. It got like a 6 out of 10.
Oh, really?
It was, yeah, I heard it was.
I was
pretty
kind of
bad.
looking forward to it. I
6
love
out of
Tom and
10's
Jerry.
average.
No, in the
I
beginning,
know, but like,
No, in the beginning they had rapping pigeons. I was like, I'm done.
Oh, I need to watch it then. I want to
Please
see
keep
that.
in- keep in
Cody
mind,
loves
people.
watching bad
Yeah,
movies.
yeah,
He's
keep
the
in mind,
only
people-
one who loved the movie
I
Cats.
love
Yeah, I was
watching.
about to
movies.
say
I love
that.
watching bad movies.
No.
I love to laugh at them. Like Cats, worst movie I've ever seen, but it's so funny.
I will never watch that movie.
Jellicle Cats.
No,
No.
no.
Let's not go there.
Yeah. Anyway, back to March Movie Madness. Besides Cats, Felix, I know you're super excited for it. Probably more than anybody at this table. The Justice League movie.
Mm-hmm. Been a huge DC fan forever.
Yeah.
Batman is my all-time favorite superhero. And Snyder Cut, I'm looking forward to it.
It's rated R. You know that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm excited for it. I'm like, ooh, rated R Justice League movie.
Hopefully, the actual Justice League members can contribute to the fight. Because so far in the original Justice League that came out, they all got their asses beat.
Mm-mm.
Except for Superman. Superman showed up and just flicked Steppenwolf away. I was like, come on.
Yeah, they have to do. I hope Darkseid is like prominently in this movie. You know what I mean? Like
Because
he's
in the universe, Steppenwolf, he's a new god. He's
Yeah.
uncle to Darkseid. He's strong enough. Because in the comic, in the most recent comic, I think, he actually killed Superman.
damn.
Because the way the comic worked, Darkseid went and invaded our Earth. And Steppenwolf, he sent to go invade a separate, like another Earth. Because the new gods exist outside of the multiverse.
Mm.
So as they were invading, Steppenwolf actually went and killed like Superman and Wonder Woman and stuff.
Wow.
So Steppenwolf, he's up there. He's up there in power. He's a god.
But can he beat Goku?
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
tired of that question.
Oh, no.
That's a question that's never gonna have a satisfying answer.
Never.
But
He can beat Goku, yes.
Speaking
No.
of Justice League, they actually released the titles for the 6 parts of the movie.
I saw that.
yeah, what I didn't see them, but Frank, you have them pulled up right now.
Yeah.
What are they called?
So I pulled them up. So spoilers to those. Part 1's called "Don't Count on It, Batman." Part 2 is called "The Age of Heroes." Part 3 will be "Beloved Mother, Beloved Son." Part 4 is called "Change Machine." Part 5 is called "All the King's Horses," and then Part 6 is something darker.
All right, so this movie is going to be terrible.
No, I think it's
No,
gonna.
I'm looking. It looks good so far.
I'm liking what I've seen so far, and Zack Snyder's actually doing this movie for free.
Yeah.
But what
Yeah,
about
free.
what about the Joker? Are you excited about that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
I'm
really-
okay
oh
with
my
the
God.
Joker.
Like I
I
think
didn't like Suicide Squad's vision of the Joker, but this one looks cool.
But this one, I don't know. Because they had like that teaser image where he had like the crown of thorns and everything, like he was Jesus.
Well, I mean, because
I didn't
I
like
know
that.
Joker's supposed to be in spoilers, but I mean, Justice League's been out for a couple of years now, so not really. But Joker's supposed to be in Batman's like nightmare sequence,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why he looks the way he does and everything. And I'm like, that's fine. Like, it's a dream.
I don't know. I'm not expecting anything good from this movie because I've never really cared for the only Zack Snyder movie. I think I mentioned this before, but the only Zack Snyder movie that I actually like was 300.
Mm-hmm.
All the other ones have just been kind of bland, or not bland, but like they've been too edgy, and it seems like Zack Snyder tries too hard to be cool, and it's just not for me.
Well, I mean, I think this is definitely going to be better than the original Justice League.
It's easily
Yeah.
going to be better,
I'm
but
looking
I
forward
don't
to
know
it.
how
Zack
better
Snyder,
it's
he's a
going to
good
be.
director. I like his movies.
Yeah, and I feel like with the 4-hour runtime, he can really like do everything that he wanted to
Because
do.
the first one did feel rushed.
Oh yeah, you tell. Like, should
The
have been
pacing
delayed.
in that movie is
Horrible.
fast.
Yeah. It's, ugh.
Speaking of horrible movies, me and Cody were talking this on the way driving up here. The movie that's coming out that's promoting in theaters is Chaos Walking.
I think it's Chaos Running, actually.
Wait, is that the one with
Is it?
Daisy Ridley and
In Tom Holland, yeah.
Is it Chaos Walking or is it?
Let me see. I have the list right here. It's coming out tomorrow on. It's coming out tomorrow in theaters. Yeah, it's sorry. Yeah, it's
he just dropped the chief.
I just dropped the chief. Yeah, it's Chaos Walking. So you were right.
Oh, okay. So
I'm not interested in that.
They have to find
not at all.
the little synopsis here says together they have to find the source of quote the noise, a force that turns men's thoughts into images and puts them on display. That is just that doesn't seem like a good concept at all.
The trailer
interested.
just seems just completely uninteresting.
Yeah, I mean the other movie coming out
I
tomorrow.
also don't like either of those actors. I don't think they're very good actors to begin with.
Are you biased?
I
towards
think Tom
Daisy
Holland's
Ridley?
I'm not biased, no.
Because Ray Skywalker.
No, Ray Skywalker sucks. Daisy Ridley, I don't give a shit about.
I think Tom Holland's good. You know he's gonna do Nathan Drake.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
I think he can pull it off.
Yeah, I think he could.
Yeah.
Especially as like a young, like hot-headed kind of Nathan Drake.
Yeah.
We also have Raya and the Last Dragon coming out tomorrow.
You have to
And-
pay $20.
You know, you have to pay
The Disney
$30.
movies.
Oh, $30.
It's $30, yeah.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's just like Mulan.
Oh, and you know what? The subscription rate for Disney Plus just went up too.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah.
And then that's stupid. They should just do what HBO Max is doing and just same day release. If you don't have Disney Plus, then you can charge like
Yeah.
$10 or $15
Mhm.
because then you're getting your monies back. But if
Yeah.
you're already subscribed to Disney Plus, you should just have it.
Yeah, well, the way that they rationalize it is, oh, you're paying for your whole family. So you have 2 adults, 2 kids.
That's how they did it with Mulan too.
Yeah.
Because they figured that for a 4-person family going to a theater, it would be the same price buying the tickets.
That's stupid.
I'd rather watch it in a movie theater, even though the movie theaters are opening tomorrow.
No
but
one's going to the movie theater, Frank.
No.
I
No,
would.
we're not going.
For-
COVID is
for-
still a thing, Frank.
For Godzilla vs. Kong, we're doing it here. We're not going to the theater. Give it another year.
I'd rather pay $7 and risk of COVID than paying $30 on us.
You're not risking COVID. That's irresponsible.
You can go by yourself. By all means,
Yeah,
go.
if
We'll
you
be here
if you want
watching.
to, yeah. But you're gonna be quarantined for like 2 weeks.
Yeah, you better get vaccinated first.
I will.
Frank, how old are you? Let's see, add 50 years. I'm 70. I qualify.
Yeah.
I feel like those women in Florida trying to dress up as an old lady trying to get the vaccine.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
But I feel like Disney Plus is going to be the new Netflix with like raising their prices.
It's just another streaming service.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of Disney Plus, we'll round out the show. New WandaVision episode drops tonight, the finale.
And apparently the Luke Skywalker cameo is supposed to appear in this episode.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is that people are saying it's a red herring, because Paul Bettany came out and said he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be working with an actor that I've never had the chance to work with, and I'm very excited. And you know, in the spoilers for the last episode, the newest episode of WandaVision, they introduced White Vision, and so he's gonna be fighting himself, and he's never worked with himself. So people are saying like, is that really gonna be this cameo thing?
I don't think it'll be.
No.
they'll
Like, are
hire
they
a whole
just-
new actor for it?
Yeah, and I'm just like, I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited.
They'll do the CGI green screen magic. We'll have to play both roles separately,
Deepfake.
and then they'll, cut it together.
No, I honestly feel like with the whole like mystical thing, they're giving Wanda now because Disney has the rights that Fox had. So now they can
Mhm.
actually call her the Scarlet Witch.
Well, does she, okay, so in the episode, I thought I heard her say you're a Scarlet Witch, not you're the Scarlet Witch.
No, I think she said you're the Scarlet
You're
Witch.
the Scarlet.
Yeah.
Okay, I misheard it then.
Because Agatha is basically like, you have chaos magic. I know how you did all this. And then at
Mhm.
the end, the very like last minute, she's like, you're the Scarlet Witch. And then it just
Cuts
ends.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cuts it in.
Another setup episode. But I will say this is my favorite episode so far.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
I
really.
really enjoyed.
So the episode confirmed that she has actual real magical powers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they because they couldn't say it in the past because Fox owned the rights to X-Men and
Mhm.
stuff, so they
'Cause-
couldn't say she was mutant. They said she was a miracle or
She was an enhanced.
enhanced. Yeah,
Mhm.
there you go.
Because that's
And-
why I was talking about, because they never hinted
Yeah.
at her powers being.
They never talk about her
magic-based.
powers. they never talk about her power
Because this
besides.
is the first time.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
only say enhanced in Age of Ultron, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so
Yeah.
Felix, basically the way this episode goes is Agatha takes Wanda throughout her like entire trauma
Yeah,
of her entire life.
Yeah, I saw something where like
Basically
she's the
her
one who
ro-
put the Stark on the pistol or something.
No, like basically, Agatha is telling Wanda that maybe it was like some inherent magical ability that she used to like cast like a protection spell for her and her brother when the Stark bomb landed to keep it from blowing up. And then it also explains why everything's a sitcom. It's because she grew up watching sitcoms. It's how she learned English,
yeah.
and it just goes through everything. And then I think
So it's just a backstory episode.
Because basically, Agatha's like, "How did you do this to a whole town?" Basically, everybody's question.
yeah, she's like, I
how-
want to know how you did this, how you're controlling
like what
everybody.
spell did you use? And Agatha basically shows off her magical abilities. You kind of get her background just a little bit, but enough.
Yeah,
to,
she was like a Salem witch.
yeah, basically enough to show you that she's not like a weak wizard.
Mm-hmm.
You know, she's probably
She's trained.
She's strong because she can like nullify Wanda's powers.
And she could absorb like other witches' powers.
So now that that's being magic, that gives more credence to the Doctor Strange coming in at the
yeah,
Yes.
so
Yeah.
now I think he's gonna be the. I honestly think it has to be Doctor Strange because Wanda's gonna be in his movie. And
Doctor Strange is the most powerful wizard. He's the wizard.
He's Sorcerer Supreme. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
So who else can come in and fix all the magical stuff?
no one.
I
Yeah.
feel like
Yeah.
if they did with Doctor Strange, I would say like it will have like Wanda as like the apprentice of Doctor Strange.
Maybe
Yeah.
like as a way to control
Well,
her
I can
powers.
tell you
yeah.
that their
Powers.
CGI budget is going up.
Mhm.
Well, because but basically, like Agatha goes like when she's showing like Wanda her life and like trauma and stuff. Like Agatha's basically like, oh, these powers should have like dwindled away a long time ago. Like, how did you get so powerful? And then it takes her to when she was with Hydra.
Yeah,
With
when
the
she was
stone.
in Strucker's lab.
Yeah, and then the Mind Stone like basically shows her that she's the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah,
She
it shows
sees,
her
a
in like
vision.
in like kind of, it's not
Right,
like,
a
it
vision.
doesn't show like full detail, but it shows her coming down from the
like a
Mind Stone
silhouette.
it's like a silhouette of
Yeah.
her in the Scarlet Witch uniform coming down, and then she just collapses. And then on the security camera footage, they just show her collapsing to the floor.
Yeah, it's like a it's
So
like
it's
a
like
weird
a-
video edit.
Yeah, it's
that,
like a
cuts
vision.
Off.
It's a vision that she has just for her, and no one else can see.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I think they go to the sword facility, and then you find out that she didn't actually steal Vision's body.
Yeah, like
No.
the
Um,
Head
head.
Steel Vision's body.
So like the guy, the what's his name, Hayward.
Yeah, Hayward.
Hayward made her look like the villain, but really like you can tell like
Yeah.
he was planting the seeds for
Mm-hmm.
her to like lose her shit.
Yeah, so like he was dismantling Vision, and she was like, "Oh my God, what the fuck is happening?"
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, she like holds her like magic hand over his forehead, and she's like, "I can't feel you, like I can't feel you in there." So then she leaves, and then she goes and she builds this whole reality. She creates a new Vision, and it looks because like all of her power is like pouring out of her, and it looks like there's some yellow that comes out of her that is used to like create the new Vision. So people are saying that that's like what the residual Mind Stone power
Mm-hmm.
that she had from when she got her powers enhanced by the Mind Stone that created this new Vision. So he might be around for a while. Who knows?
Well,
We'll see.
I have one little theory because you know how Wanda got has Vision the powers and all that you were
Mhm.
mentioning about. I would say like the next episode like they're gonna build up where the White Vision, Wanda's gonna use her powers to put Vision can get destroyed by the White Vision, and then pretty much have her powers to make a new Vision out of that body. Because based on the comic book Vision Quest, that White Vision was a blank copy that Hank Pym created to get so Wanda can create all the memories that he had with Vision into that blank copy. So if they do that same concept where she has all these memories with Vision,
Yeah.
she would put all the memories into the White Vision. So, he's more restored.
Yeah, that's what I think they're gonna do too. Like that White Vision's not the main baddie. There's no way it'll probably fight the OG Vision.
And
Yeah.
destroy
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
Or
Something.
they might cancel out each other, and Wanda has to say a final goodbye and get over her grief and her trauma.
I honestly think Vision needs to stay.
Yeah, I like Vision. I like
Yeah.
Paul
Yeah.
Bettany. He's a good
Mhm.
actor.
He needs to stay. Like if it wasn't for him, if the show was just Wanda, I probably wouldn't have even bothered.
I don't know. I really enjoy the show.
Yeah, but
I
like
think-
it needs vision though.
Yeah, I think my favorite moment in the whole series, and a lot of other people's favorite moment, came when they were watching Malcolm in the Middle together.
Yeah,
And then,
it was very heartwarming.
yeah, and then she
Yeah.
was just like crying, and she was talking about her grief and everything
Oh yeah, because this
over her
scene,
brother. This
Felix,
happened right after
Age of Ultron, when her brother basically like dies.
Mm-hmm. And then Vision goes, "What is grief but love persevering?" And I was like, "Oh, that just warms my heart," you know?
Yeah, and it's funny because at that point in that time, like he's only like 3 days old,
Mm-hmm.
and yet he's like super wise and everything.
Yeah, he got the Mind Stone.
Yeah. Well, I know, but like
It's easy to be wise when you have
he's
a
one of
magic
my
rock.
favorite characters in the MCU just because it's
Mhm.
Paul Bentley, and he captures like Vision's whole dilemma
Yeah,
with like how to be human, and you know, so I think they need to keep him.
yeah, I'm really stoked for this episode.
Like they introduced him in Age of Ultron, and I feel like they didn't really utilize him at all after that, except just to have him in there
Mhm.
somewhere for the Mind Stone to be.
Yeah,
And now they're finally like, this is what Vision is.
yeah,
This is, like his
and
struggles.
the WandaVision director was like, "Oh, don't worry, like Wanda and Vision aren't going anywhere."
Mhm.
Like I doubt there's going to be a season 2, but they're probably going to have more, like appearances, more
Yeah.
story with them.
Yeah, I heard that they said that season 2 is not going to happen, but I would say they will make cameo appearances later on.
Well, they're gonna probably be in the next like team up movie.
Oh, easily.
But
And
like,
hopefully she has her superhero suit. I really like her superhero suit.
suit.
they need to do better than the Halloween costume.
Yeah, well, it was
No, I
supposed to be
know.
funny and silly.
No, I know, but like do that, but like do it better. And then like I just want Vision. That's my only thing from
Yeah.
tonight's episode. Like just keep Vision.
Yeah, I love Vision.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I think that about does it for this episode of the Shenanigamers Podcast.
Yeah.
I want to thank everyone for listening. I want to thank all of you guys for being here and and putting up with my little intro shenanigan. Yeah, do you guys have any final thoughts before we say goodbye?
Yeah, I got one. This one's kind of obscure, but you know, I want a Double Dash 2 remake or something.
You're still on.
This is
there.
very
sequel.
obscure and you're not
Never
going to
gonna
get it.
I'm gonna get it.
It's not gonna.
I'm gonna mention it every episode until we get like really well known, and then Nintendo's gonna see this and be like, "Oh, damn, he's right."
And
They will never
they're
do
not
it.
going to pay you.
Oh, I don't care.
I
if
hope
they
you
pay
know
me.
that.
They're gonna pay me with the game. They're gonna be like, "We're gonna make this game for you."
They're
And
going to
I'm
be like, "Hey, do you want to test out this new game that we're working on?" You're like, "Is it Double Dash Remake?" And they're like, perhaps. And then you'll be like, "Oh, okay,
gonna do
fine.
it.
Never
I'll do
gonna
it."
do
Yeah.
it. Never gonna do it.
Either that or Duke Nukem remake.
Oh my god.
Hey, you get to pick one or the other. That's my final thoughts, though. Oh, and Godzilla vs Kong. I'm super excited for that.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait. I'm ecstatic.
The hype is real.
Ooh, I cannot wait.
Monkey gonna lose.
Monkey better lose.
Monkey.
I hope he
Can't have
wins
Godzilla lose.
just to spite you. I hope
No.
he wins.
No, no.
That's a mean thing to say.
Yeah, Godzilla needs to just win. I mean, he's Godzilla. His name literally has
It
God
had
in
God in the
it.
title.
Yeah,
King of the Monsters was a movie that just happened.
yeah. And his original movie was called Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So I was just, you know,
Godzilla's gonna win.
he's gonna win. He
No
has to
doubt.
win. Yeah.
All right. Well, I want to thank everyone for listening. You can follow us on Instagram at Shenanigamers Pod, and you can follow us on Twitter at Shenanapod. You can also listen to us on YouTube, Anchor, anywhere really.
Yeah.
So I want to thank you guys. I've been Cody.
My name's Frank.
Phil.
It's been fun. Goodbye. This is Mark.
Felix.
All right. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Yeah. See ya.
So yeah.
All right.